In the previous lesson, we saw how we can model from a 3D reference that we got from the web, and we worked with the data panel here where we can store all our lessons and the assets that we import. So we use a drill to model on top of that and create our own industrial design object. Now, this is not specifically something, but it's just to explain some of the other features in Fusion, like, for example, the rectangular pattern and the fillet command and the other modeling tools that we can use to create a model starting from a 3D, essentially, in Fusion. Now, there are other ways to model also in Fusion, and we're going to explore more in this lesson right here. So I'm just going to create a new file. Actually, before we start, I want to show you another way we can insert. And by the way, we also saw the fastener insert in the previous lesson. So the next one on the bottom of the insert fastener is the insert derive. Now, derive is basically something we did in Fusion before, and we want to put it in here. So if we click, it's going to ask you where you want to get that file. And in this case, I'm going to go here to Fusion course, and I'm going to get the previous lesson, so lesson 8. Okay, now it's going to open temporarily lesson 8, and it's going to ask me which things I want to bring to the other file. So let's say I want to bring this, and then perhaps I also need a sketch. So I'm going to go in the sketch folder, hold Control, and select also that. And here you have index of what you are getting from this file and you're bringing into the next. So I can say, okay, and there you go. Now we have those two objects. We have this body and we have this sketch, which we basically imported from the previous lesson. So this is Derive. And now we can use it in here. It is not linked. So I can take this and I can extrude, even though it's showing me that this is a derivation from another file. So I can proceed again with the modeling, as we already saw also in the previous video, with the extrusion and etc. etc. Okay, so here we can right click and we can also break the link if we want, meaning that this will be now completely inside this scene. And we saw that it's useful to create groups and to maintain everything organized, as we saw also in the previous lesson. So about 3D modeling. Now, in other software, we have two main ways we can model objects. One is called polygonal modeling, and it's based on polygons, which are faces. And these software are like Blender or Cinema 4D or 3ds Max, Maya, and SketchUp. And we're gonna also import a file from SketchUp, which is more for architecture in a way, but you can also create furniture and things like that. And then you have Nurbs modeling, which is based on curves and surfaces mainly, and this comes from Rhino mainly, but we also have some Nurbs modeling tool in Blender, Cinema 4D, and 3ds Max. Now, in Fusion, we can use curves to model, so it's similar to Nurbs modeling, but also we can use a little bit of polygonal modeling, and we can use meshes. So we will see some of these tools. So we're going to import also a file from Rhino. And just to show you again that you can come from another software and import, and then you can continue in Fusion. And if you don't have a SketchUp file, sorry, or a Rhino file, you can find it in the web if you want. So just search for on Sketchfab or Polyoven or TubeSquid or whatever website you will find, and you should find somewhere those formats. Now for Rhino, the format is going to be 3DM. For SketchUp, it's going to be SKP. And also we're going to import an SVG or scalable vector graphic, but we're going to come back to this later. Now let's just do the first import. Now to import from SketchUp and Rhino, you cannot use the insert. You can use the insert mesh only with STL OBJ 3MF format. And by the way, Rhino will be also like Nurbs, so it's not always a mesh. And so what we're going to do is use again this panel right here, Well, I've already uploaded those, so you just need to go to upload, and then you go either to select file and select, like, again, a 3DM file from your computer, or you can drag and drop the file directly in here for whatever of these type of files. Now, if you're curious to know which are all the formats that you can import in here, because you cannot import like everything, like from any software, but if you want to see, you can go here, select file, and here from all files, you can see which ones you can import. So you can import DWG from AutoCAD, and then you have, for example, DXF also from AutoCAD, FBX, we already saw that in the previous lesson, OBJ usually from like Maya or Cinema 4D, and then we have 3DM, there we go, Rhino files, SketchUp files, SKP, and then also others like Solid Edge and 123D, etc., etc. So make sure that the format you want to bring in is one of these or one of the ones that you see in the insert panel. Otherwise, you won't be able to import it. Now, I've already done this before in the course, so you can just see this mechanism. It's really easy. So just drag and drop or select from your computer. And I've already downloaded those couple of assets, but I put them in another project, which is this one right here. So I'm going to double click, and here I created a similar folder called 3D assets, and there you go. Now this is a 3DM file. We can expand here and see some information, and this is some models, some objects created in Rhino, and this one here is from SketchUp. So again, I've already upload those, and I've already put those in another file. It's gonna tell you here also where you put that 3D, in which fusion file, like this, for example, the drill in the previous lesson. Okay, once they are here, all you need to do again is just to drag and drop. Let me just go back here in the timeline so everything is gonna be nice and clean. Okay, and then I'm gonna click and drag and drop it in there. Now this is the Rhino file. It's kind of a bit heavy, so need to be a little bit patient. And now we can position the whole project using the positioning tools. Now this project is really full of polygons and shapes, which are really complex. And some of these are Nurbs, some of these are simple bodies and meshes, etc. So it's pretty heavy, and it's just a test. And you can see that these are like architectural, not only like industrial design and soft surfaces and straight edge architecture, etc., etc. So it's a mixture just to see which things work and which not. Okay, when I say okay, now this is gonna be inside, and then I can start to perhaps analyze it better. And also, well, we cannot move anything until we break the link, as we know. And so before we leave this, I also want to show you another feature that I think is really important. When you go here, right click with the mouse and go like find in window. So that's gonna bring you directly to that object. And well, it's easy when you see it from here, but also you can do find in browser. So if you are in the browser, you don't see what you're looking for, you can select it like from here, and you can see this is an open surface right here. So it's recognized as a surface. So if you right click, you can also do like find in window. So for example, if I go on this other body right here, I can do right click and find in window, and it's going to bring me rapidly there. So it's a way to move to a certain position. And of course, it's better to give names